We appreciate BPA making possibly the only decent decision it's made in the past 2 years, and that is to delay the DEIS until the new year. We like to think it was our pressure, but more likely it was the thought of having irate senators and members of Congress on the phone. They themselves stirred up by us, we the people. Yes, we, the folks that pay the power bills, have absolutely nothing to gain. And in fact, we have a whole lot to lose if BPA flies in the face of reason and logic and persists in trying to build this line across the populated areas of Clark and Cowlitz counties. BPA has a clear three-way choice. Does this line get built at all? In the past 2 years, BPA has presented a wondrous range of magical numbers that they claim prove that this line is needed. We have successfully challenged each set of assumptions, and we have compelled BPA to reimagine its justifications. In the process, BPA has pressured both Clark and Cowlitz PUDs to support its logic, but neither utility has got behind this because, in part, they know that they will not see 1 microwatt of energy from this proposed enhancement to the Canadian-California Electric Expressway. The only half-plausible sets of numbers that BPA has shown the world indicate that any increase in local load that this line might carry is actually in Oregon and only in Oregon. For that, they would cheerfully and without an iota of remorse rip the heart out of generations of Washingtonians by destroying their homes, their neighborhoods, and their landholdings. If eventually this line is built, be it in 5 years or 15 years, BPA must espouse the principles it touts in other areas, such as the current network open season reform, to let cost follow causation. Southwest Washington is not the cause for needing this line. Oregon and California are. Let them carry the burden for this. Build the line in Oregon where it clearly belongs, or way out east, and let the profiteering merchants in Oregon, California, and Canada pay for the extra costs. Why does BPA think it can justify assaulting Southwest Washington and its citizens? It is for the sake of corporate profits, for Portland General, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, and British Columbia's Powerex. If, despite all of our appeals for reason, BPA proceeds to build this towering insult to sanity, homes, and neighborhoods and landholdings, then for the sake of our souls and for the sake of our property, build it where it will do the least harm. Build the beast way out east on lands already owned by the federal government or the state, or that which can be easily obtained from corporate timberland owners who can be bought off with a lot fewer dollars than it takes to save the salmon. Every time we turn around, BPA has thrown yet a few more $1 million at some worthy and no doubt necessary wildlife or fish habitat project that contribute to making the fish in the Columbia River some of the most staggeringly expensive fish on the planet. Curiously, most of these projects are in Oregon, Idaho, or Montana, and very few, if any at all, are in Washington. These millions of dollars, for the most part, stay in the communities where they are spent. And as I said, these monies are not spent in Washington. Yet, BPA plans to strip mine a several 100-foot wide swath right through the heart of Southwest Washington, leaving nothing behind except scarred homesteads, scarred neighborhoods, and a scarred countryside. And let us not forget the scarred hearts of those who have been involuntarily dispossessed by the callous disregard BPA has for people. All it would take to mitigate the impacts of this line on people and their property is a few dollars, a few tens of millions of dollars to be precise. This sounds like a lot until you compare it with the $850 million BPA spends each and every year on fish. Perhaps, fellow citizens, we should make like the Kevin Costner in the movie Waterworld, grow gills and fins. Then perhaps we, along with the salmon, might have a fighting chance.